Time for another nice sunny day on Sodor. Tidmouth Bay looks great. And look! Toby is at the watermill. Everyone's working hard and no one's complaining. It's so nice. Everyone's livery colors are standing out even more here. Well, except for one green apple.
Percy often has the dirtiest work to do, but he likes to be clean as well as any other engine. Washdowns are important to Percy. But Sir Topham Hatt had bad news. Due to a water shortage, no engine shall have more than one washdown a day.
Water shortage? Really? On the island of Sodor? When that's what an island is? Something that has abundant water surrounding it? Rubbish. Just kidding, I know brackish water is not good for washing. Percy really wanted that washdown, though, and the other engines like Gordon and James teased him about it. Thomas, are you going to say anything? Of course not.
Percy was loading freight cars at the docks. He was trying extra hard to stay clean. But the troublesome trucks were being naughty. On, they cried. Percy found himself under the chute, and coal dust flew everywhere.
Aren't you better than this when it comes to troublesome trucks, Percy? I would think after the disaster he created and put upon Percy of Season 5, he would have had the reputation as Truck Demolition Engine or something. Apparently that didn't spread like wildfire. It should have, though. Percy was beginning to fume.
When Percy arrived at Callan Station, he was very upset. From now on, I am only doing work where I won't get dirty. Harold the helicopter was at Callan Station picking up medical supplies. "Hello, Percy," he called. And he took off blowing cinders and ashes everywhere.
Oh, jeez. That's just bad. I say that for Percy, but also from what my ears and eyes just witnessed. The fact that Harold's smile frown has not been corrected yet, and Baldwin has changed another character he already voiced is just teeth-grindingly bad. But not as bad as how Percy felt. He needed a change in setting.
"I want to be useful where I can't get dirty," Percy huffed. "There's a load of sugar going to the chocolate factory," his driver said. "We could take the sugar cars." "Sugar," said Percy. "That's nice and clean." Percy was pleased.
Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory, huh? Why does that look like Top Hat with a big phony mustache? The company should be called Mr. Doofy, more like. Anyway, things were going well after that, being that the vans were not troublesome trucks. What they didn't realize, though, was something else far more uncontrollable was waiting down the line.
Percy didn't know that earlier, a leaky freight car had spilled oil on the track. When he approached the chocolate factory, his driver applied the brakes. But Percy's wheels just skidded on the oily rails.
All right, who was the forgetful engine this time? Unfortunately, us fans will never know who left that behind. Unless, maybe Boko has returned. After all, he did leave an oil stain the first time he arrived. Nah, that would be a lame cameo anyway. If anything, I don't remember a chocolate factory resting at the bottom of Gordon's Hill, though. Seems like Percy didn't know either.
Yuck, he groaned. "I've never been this dirty." He was covered from funnel to firebox in sticky, gooey chocolate.
So what is it now? Soot, coal dust, cinders, and ashes, and now chocolate. So is the coal dust and other small hard specks where the crunch comes in? I mean, that's not exactly making my mouth water. If I wanted a chocolate crunch, I would have went for something less gritty. Anyway, Percy was brought back only again to be teased by the drama queens of Sodor with no backup from Thomas. Our star engine, everyone. Thankfully, someone did have his back, though.
"You have had a trying day, Percy." "Yes, sir," replied Percy from beneath the chocolate. "But you've showed us all that usefulness does come before cleanliness. So, you shall have your washdown." "Oh, sir." "And a new coat of paint." Percy just beamed.
It's about time Percy got something like that. He's been through so much in the last few seasons, he really did need something that would cheer him up. Now he'll have the brightest paint job on the island for once. What gets me more is that Top Hat didn't come down on him this time for having so many accidents, when before, he'd be on everyone and anyone when an engine would have an accident. What gives this time? Because he was useful before cleanly? He was almost useless this episode. No offense, Percy. I mean, he delivered all his trucks, but only after half of the products were dumped everywhere they didn't need to be. In the end, though, it is a good lesson in telling others that rolling up your sleeves and getting the job done is better than trying to remain clean all day. Sometimes you have to get dirty to get things done, no matter how messy it may get. Plain and simple. Music for this entry was well mixed, literally. Since the story revolves around Percy, his theme is definitely heard. But so is Top Hat's at the end, and Harold's when he flies off. The locations featured here were also abundant. The lighthouse, the windmill, the viaduct, Gordon's Hill, and the coaling plant were shown. But I think the best one to talk about is the chocolate factory, just for the logo and the name. It doesn't come close to my favorites, but it is one goofy name with a silly-looking baker. Next episode is Buffer Bother. Thanks for watching.